Hey, so guess what? We're gonna do shit a little different on this edition of That Dope Hippie Girl because it is officially Aries season, and I am 100% Aries woman, and we are some of the rawest motherfucking people you will ever meet, which is why I'm doing this podcast in my favorite state, a birthday suit, because my birthday is coming up, 3/29. So if you're an Aries like me, let's put one in the air. Shout out to that lovely monthly subscription daily high club for this cutesy wootsy little, ring that allows me to hold my Juicy J birthday cake paper. How fitting. So, usually I do the podcast and I talk about different issues that, affect the black gay cannabis community, but I'm feeling a little different this week. I just want to focus on the awesome shit and not dwell on the negative shit of how, the cannabis community still has blacks as criminals. And we're going to talk about some other shit. So, first thing I want to do, besides get high, I want to wish a happy birthday to all my Aries followers. We are some bad motherfuckers. We are the shit. We are raw. We are bold. We are ambitious. We're rebellious. We are so many things. And in doing that, we take on a lot. As Aries, we're very passionate people, and it doesn't take much to ruffle our feathers. And cannabis, for me, personally, keeps me afloat. I'm able to put shit to the side and compartmentalize what deserves my Aries energy and what doesn't. And that's the beauty of cannabis. So often, especially now, with all the developments that we're making and all the strides and, all the research is proving things to the naysayers about cannabis. We focus so much on the medicinal and all the benefits, but when's the last time you actually sat back and took the time to just enjoy weed? It's such a beautiful thing. And I think that in the cannabis community, we have gotten so far from enjoying it for actually what it is that we've made it our business to prove that it's medicinal and that it's awesome and that it's not this bad guy that we have gotten away from actually the self-care of it. We're looking at cannabis as not a means to an end, but we're essentially allowing ourselves to fall under the big pharma guys. Yeah, I'm all for the alternative medicine aspect of marijuana instead of taking all of these chemically, produced medications for different ailments and things of that nature. But how far are we getting away from the essence of the plant with all of the strides that we're making? When does it become overproduced? When does it become a big pharma product? Take for instance dabbing. Now, no offense to anyone who dabs or any patients who dab for medicinal purposes, but basically concentrates. Basically, you turn marijuana into crack. The same way you do with cocaine, and you process it and you do things to it to make crack a quicker, faster product, a cheaper product. We've done that with dabbing. Now, dabbing is not cheaper. It's quite the contrary than flour, but it hits your bloodstream much faster and much harder. Now, for medicinal patients, this is perfect because pain relief comes almost instantly. But for those of us who enjoy flower, or for the newbies, I feel like the concentrates and the dabs present an unrealistic expectation of what marijuana is. Because if the first time you try marijuana is a dab, you're fucked. There's nothing you can do that will give you that high. from then on, you're going to be chasing that dab high. And flour is fucking amazing and awesome, and it's just the bee's goddamn knees. But there is nothing that is going to give you the high that you experience from, you know, the dabbing. Like that soon off, it's not gonna hit you that hard. It's just not. Like flour is amazing, but the dabbing takes you to unrealistic expectations. It just does, you know, like the funny thing about it is it's the thing that's becoming more popular, more prominent in the news. And so it's like, oh, look what we can do, look what we can do. And it makes me believe that the people who are trying to capitalize on marijuana, they aren't the real enthusiasts. Because the real enthusiasts, the pioneers who've been doing this for years, they have been loving flour for what it is. And they have been trying to fight for flour just as it is. And it's almost like we are taking something so simple in its simplest and most natural and purest form and turning it into something simply to capitalize on it for mass production. And it's like, well, for a hippy dippy person like me, I kind of feel some type of way about it. And, you know, there are some people who look at things and they're like, I just want to get higher, man. Look what we can do. We can do this with weed. We can do that with weed. And it's like, but for the fuck what? What the fuck do you need to do all that with weed for? Roll it the fuck up and smoke it. That's all you gotta do. You ain't gotta do no super duper fancy shit to weed. That's the beauty of weed. It's awesome. It's one of the very few things that is amazing in its natural state. It's like water. Like, you don't need to do a motherfucking thing to it for it to be fucking amazing. Just consume it and watch how your body will thrive off of it. It's amazing. It's amazing. I personally think that marijuana should simply be decriminalized, and with an altered definition. Decriminalized meaning if you get caught with it, you can't go to jail, you can't be fined, you're fine. And on a federal level, if you own a marijuana business in a state where marijuana is legal, I don't think that the federal government should be able to fuck with you. And I think you should be able to deposit your funds into a bank. If you can own a liquor store or a distillery or a tobacco company, you should be able to own a marijuana business and deposit those funds into a federal bank as well, because this is a product that I guarantee you doesn't do the shit that alcohol and tobacco do to you. I know they don't. I know people, and we all know people who have used cannabis to cure addictions and ailments that have been a result of tobacco and alcohol use. And speaking of which, I know I'm not the only stoner who does not like to drink. I just don't. The highs are different, and alcohol mixed with cannabis is just not a good look. But I hate for somebody who doesn't smoke weed and they drink like a fish to tell me weed is bad for me. You ever heard of cirrhosis of the liver? Of course you have, because that shit is prominent with alcohol. You don't have that kind of problem with weed. That's just not something that's not an ailment that you got to think about with weed. Nobody smokes weed and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to have cancer, terminal illness. No. I have an aunt who has cancer. She smokes cannabis every day to relieve her pain. It cures her nausea from chemo. It cures all of her fucking symptoms from whatever the cancer does and whatever the medication does to her. Why? Because cannabis is not a killer. And if you believe it is, I hate to say it, but this is my podcast. I can say what the fuck I want. You're stupid. And that's all I'm going to say. So for any of my Aries out there or any of my Aries lovers, it's our season, bitches. Roll something up and enjoy life with me, because I'm definitely getting high as a kite. So this is your dope baby girl. And I'm saying happy birthday to all my Aries, and y'all have a good one. Happy birthday.